check. I'm your host Nancy Juma, and today I have a very important guest at my studio. I'll give him a chance to introduce himself.
My name is Joel Kibet.
We're going to talk about a very important topic that's affecting lives of many people in Kenya. The strikes in schools in Kenya. The recent wave of students' unrest in Kenya has disrupted learning in many secondary schools, with some incidents involving strikes, destruction of property, and dormitory fires. The Ministry of Education reported over 200 senior schools experienced some form of unrest during the second term, although majority of the schools remained stable. Some of the schools that are reported to have experienced this unrest and temporary closure include Mukumu Girls High School in Kakamega, Lenana Boys, Mangu High School, Upper Hill Secondary School, Utumishi Girls Academy, where a tragic dormitory fire claimed 16 lives, others injured and were taken to various hospitals for treatment. This intensified debates among school safety. According to you, what do you think are the causes of strikes in schools? The recent causes.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Nancy. And it is very unfortunate that as a country, we were able to witness the kind of strikes that we saw in the country. We have some number of causes of strikes. One of them is harsh and unfair treatment of students by the administration. We've seen a number of students, maybe when they are actually asked about what is happening, they say that they have actually undergone some harassment from the teachers.
I think of examination stress and academic pressure. You know, these intense pressure surrounding tests like mock exams and joint exams and the strict assessment rules have frequently caused anxiety and frustrations among students. Yeah.
Yes, another point to note is that there is poor communication between the learners and the administration. By this I mean the students maybe are trying to voice some concern to the leadership of the school, but they are not actually giving them the necessary attention that they require, and sometimes they do not even address the issues that have been raised to them.
I think overcrowding and poor conditioning in schools can cause strikes. Let's say, for example, there is these substandard boarding facilities, poor nutrition and overcrowding leave learners feeling trapped, leading to coordinated strikes.
Yes, another point to note also is the availability of the trucks around the school. Sometimes we have people that are selling the illegal drugs around, and the students may be intoxicated and they get themselves actually doing the things that are not supposed to be done.
I think the issue of social media and peer influence. Social media platforms are often used to amplify minor complaints and coordinate strikes between students across different institutions. Unaweza pata like the issue of peer influence. Students from, let's say from Mango High School, seeing another student from, let's talk of Mukumu Girls, Mukumu for example.
Correct, yes.
Yes, maybe work on social media, and then mwingine amwambie mwenzake tulichoma shule yetu, mbona msifanye the same? Yeah, na let's say student from Lenana aone wa Mukumu wamechoma, watasema kama Mukumu wamechoma shule, what of us?
So they actually take it like this the fashion of the day.
They take it as a fashion of the day.
Yes.
Yeah. Something which is like trending to them. They see it as a fashion.
Yes.
They think that I think that may not cost them, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing to note is there is a problem with, like we said earlier, that there is some delayed responses. Okay, the students have raised their concerns. It has actually gone to the administration, but the processing of the responses to whatever has been relayed to them is actually a problem. So this is actually one cause of the strikes. Students feel that they have been neglected or something like that.
What of poor leadership and management in schools? Let's say the principal and the staff members are not well managing the school.
Yes.
They'll affect students, obviously.
Definitely, poor leadership will always give us poor results here.
Yeah.
And maybe some teachers are even feeling that they have actually been left out. They are not actually being feeling like they are part of the process. So some of them can even side with the students there.
But there are remedies to this situation.
Yes.
Yeah, there are remedies. According to you, what do you think there what do you think are measures to remedy the situation of strikes of schools in Kenya?
Well, to me, all is not lost. Though we've seen the strikes, the causes of strikes, all is not lost. We have some solutions to this.
Yeah.
For us, we can actually recommend that let there be some good guiding and counseling. Maybe the students, the administration should organize some department where the students can be counseled so that in case of any problem, they are able to actually voice their concerns, it is resolved, and I think that is one way of
To add on that, I think they can establish independent professional mental health
yes.
and physiological support systems for students to address frustrations before they escalate into violence.
Yes, maybe let me join in very quickly on the question of mental health you talked about.
Yeah.
This is actually the state of the mind where this person is feeling maybe it's not in a good state of the mind. So if that person is not actually going to get the necessary support, then he or she may actually lose focus, get frustrated, and at the end of the day, make the wrong decisions.
I can recommend tighter supervision,
Yes.
like increasing the number of teachers on duty and deploying dedicated personnel to strictly monitor learners' movement and dormitory areas, especially during evening preps.
Yes. Very well. In fact, a number of times, like we got to know that sometimes the student dormitories are actually left unattended to, and this one causes some avenue for purposes of maybe the unfortunate cases of strikes.
Definitely.
Another point, maybe we also need to sensitize the parents. Parents must be involved in the affairs of their children. Let the schools actually be able to inculcate good relationship between the administration, the teachers, and the parents, so that together they are able to speak to the students and they may actually be able to change their behavior.
Okay, I think they can enhance safety infrastructure by deploying nationwide safety audits across all boarding schools and installing functional CCTV cameras
Yes.
all over.
Yes.
More so in the dormitory areas, classes. Yeah, I think.
And let's add very quickly that on the question of the CCTVs, let them not just be put there for purposes of beauty. Let us have some personnel that will be able to check what is actually happening so that the situation can be arrested in good time.
Yeah, and monitor everything that happens near the dormitories.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing is we also wish to say that there should be some well structured student leadership. And by this we are talking about the students that are able to, the leadership that is able to listen to the students and be able to channel the concerns of the students. So let us have that structure that the administration will have confidence, the students will equally have confidence to be able to voice their concerns and also look for solutions for the challenges that are actually present.
Maybe the Ministry of Education and teachers should join us in suspension of mock exams,
Yes.
banning of mock exams and promoting flexible approaches to students' assessment.
In fact, the spirit of CBSE actually is actually going to cure this, because the question of the competition around examinations, where some schools are actually feeling that maybe we need to be at the top, and when they actually underperform, then they think that maybe we need to actually check on this, we need to change the leadership, because we actually have to get to some good position in the country.
Yeah, I think we've discussed some of the remedies, but there's one remedy which is being discussed at different levels by parents and National Assembly. The remedy is corporal punishment. Many people are asking, should corporal punishment be reintroduced as a remedy? What do you think about it?
Well, this is a very interesting topic that is coming at this point of strikes. Many people, many stakeholders are actually suggesting this, but it remains very controversial. By this we mean that there is a lot, there are those who are saying that There is need to reintroduce it. There are those who are saying there is no need to reintroduce it. Those who are actually for the reintroduction are actually voicing their concerns and support in the following manner. Some believe that this corporal punishment will deter the indiscipline aspect in our students, in the sense that the student will actually feel that if I do this wrong, then I'm likely to be beaten by the administration. Secondly, is that this may promote some immediate obedience when used responsibly. That is one of the arguments that is being advanced by those who are actually supporting the introduction of the corporal punishment. The last point that they are actually focusing on, maybe this one is subject to discussion across the sectors, is some supporters argue discipline has declined since the banning of the corporal punishment. But this one remains to be an issue that need to be discussed from time to time.
But I think there are those people who doesn't agree with the reintroduction of corporal punishment.
Yes.
Due to some reasons. Maybe if I can say some,
Yes.
let's say for example, it can cause physical and physiological harm to the students.
Yes.
Secondly, it can damage the relationship between teachers and students. The bond between teachers and students can totally break, and can make students to fear teachers more often. Third, I think it is prohibited under Kenyan's law and children's rights of standard. In conclusion, rather than reintroducing corporal punishment, many education experts reintroduce positive counseling, parental involvement, and improved communication as more effective and sustainable ways of managing students' behavior while respecting learners' rights.
Okay, well, it is very interesting debate. The question of the corporal punishment as a remedy to the strikes in the country continues to attract a lot of attention, mixed signals, mixed views. But for us, from this end, we wish to ask this question, that as our viewers,
what are your views on reintroduction of corporal punishment?
The biggest challenge ever. We need to think about that, we need to debate about it, and so that we can have a clear way forward in the coming days.
Once again, thank you for listening, and I've been your favorite host, Nancy Juma.
And I'm Jael Kibet. Thank you very much.